This is Super SaaS Bros with Cory and Jayde. Let's jump in. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Super SaaS Bros. Dude, how are you? How was your week?
Man, this week was really good. It was busy. I flew out from Toronto out to the West Coast into your home province of British Columbia. So I've been in Vancouver all week, which has been fun. It's been good. I love this city. My fiance used to live here for 5 years, so it was nice to kind of come back into the city here.
Yeah.
But I've just been working real hard. This week's been busy. Lots of calls, new opportunities coming in, some other opportunities just like finding a close. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good this week, man. I've been enjoying it.
Cool. Yeah, I've been seeing you've been going out for some runs too. Getting the fitness back in check. How's that going?
So I think I mentioned this to you, not on a podcast, but I tweaked my knee. And so I've been trying to go out to runs again after resting it for 5 days. Runs have been going okay.
Yeah.
I've been going slower. My knee, I feel like if I was to make like a tight turn, like something bad would happen.
Yeah.
So it's been good. Like the weather has been gorgeous to run in here. Like I love the no humidity, just heat.
Yeah.
Like I'm good with that. Like I'm okay if I'm like running and sweating, but I'm not okay if I'm like walking or standing in the shade and I'm sweating buckets.
Totally.
So yeah, the run's been good. I've really enjoyed like running along like the harbor front here and just having the mountains in the back. I'm like,
Ooh. I know,
beautiful.
Man. I know.
Beautiful. Yeah. So tough. It's tough to beat that landscape. So it's been good. How about you? How's your week been, man?
Yeah, good. Week's been good. Week's been busy. We've been doing a lot of kind of demos. We've been kind of doing a lot of potential partnership meetings. So like, stay tuned for that. I think we're pretty stoked for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got some new technology in the works. You guys know we've been kind of spearheading and going head first, diving down into the legal space. This legal tech, Clerify AI. I think we named it this week. Did we name it last week, or this week was a?
Yeah, I don't remember if we mentioned it in the last podcast, but yeah, we did name it last week, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, Clerify, CLERIFYAI.com. Harvey AI's biggest competitor. Yeah. Yeah, ClerifyAI.com. This app is really suited, obviously, towards law firms and folks that are really looking to, in the legal space. I'm sure we all know that there's sometimes hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of documents that we know that sometimes fine-tuning models or even the reg architecture doesn't really work. And Harvey AI, they are incredible at this. They were founded back in 2022. If you guys don't know about them, go look them up. They were founded by an attorney and a data analyst in AI, and these guys are just crushing it. They partnered with OpenAI. They have their own law firm fine-tuned model that will be exploring, like we as in Clerify AI will be exploring to use. It just really goes to show that, the reg architecture is great, fine-tuning models can be great, but sometimes it's just not enough. And for them to go straight to OpenAI and get a whole custom built LLM specifically in the legal space just kind of goes to show the complexity behind analyzing millions and millions of documents. So
Yeah.
shout out to them, but yeah, we're stoked. We've been doing a lot of cold calling, doing a lot of automated outreach.
Yep.
We had a cool demo call this week, which was awesome. Just kind of like doing more and more of that. So I've been enjoying it. How have you been feeling? How have you been feeling about kind of jumping in the legal space?
Yeah, I like it. I love the focus of jumping into a very specific ICP. It's been making outreach and testing and like all this sort of stuff. What's the best way to communicate with these people a lot easier instead of like a very like spray and pray type of approach. So it's been good. I've been really enjoying it. And the last call that we had of a demo earlier this week for Clerify, I thought honestly, like I keep talking about it, I feel like it was probably one of the best calls that we've had just because the feedback that we got was so good.
Yeah.
And it was directly from, someone who is like, they have a law firm, like they're, so it was like, and someone that talks a lot, like as a thought leader in the industry as well too. And so, yeah, the insights that he had was just like, I found super valuable.
Totally.
So yeah, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying jumping into the legal space and then just also understanding like how much hesitation sometimes lives in this space, and it was always around data security and data
Mhm.
sovereignty and protecting their clients' information, because not only is it's literally their job to protect that information,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so I think sometimes when we initially dove into it, I took that for granted. And
Mm,
after talking to Matthew, like I was like, it makes a lot more sense. Like, yeah, it's literally that is your job, is to protect their information
mm,
and make the best use of it.
right.
So I understand now why there's such a big push for all this data security around like case files. Like I think
Totally.
we heard them, they use like ChatGPT or Gemini for like, I would say maybe non case sensitive information.
Hmm.
But the moment you start talking about like, let's start putting your case documents and things, that's when they're, the light bulbs are going off and they're like, whoa, 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 like 1 second.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so it's cool. Yeah, I like it. Like it a lot.
yeah. I think it's super super interesting, and we've always talked about the barrier to entry in AI is just really high, and then now it's like playing life on hard mode to go into the legal space as well. When these guys are the guys that are obviously the most risk adverse, I would say, when it comes to something like this, right?
Yep.
But if it doesn't challenge you, if it doesn't scare you, then you're not dreaming big enough. And I think the space is really, really it's calling for a disruption. I've been in the space personally for just over a year now, and I've seen what's been going on in the legal space and the technology that's available. And I just think that, Harvey AI, again, to bring them up, like they're doing an incredible job, but the adoption of AI in this space is very, very slow. So I think the ones that are willing to kind of come on, take the risk, and I say risk very lightly because, you
Yep.
know, I don't think it is much of a risk, but I do think that the early adopters of AI in the legal space, those are the ones that are really going to be able to crush it and make a lot more money because at this point you are really just mitigating a lot of work and overhead just to be able to have you guys be supercharged and enhance your workflow. So I've been excited about being in the space, and I think like even building out Clarify AI has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. And one thing I keep thinking about too, that I always wonder if it's going to come up in any of these calls is, we're telling them that they can save like, you know, tens, hundreds of hours of work realistically, because it's all manual, right? But I'm always curious. I'm like, how much of those are billable hours to them, and do they think about like what does that mean in their revenue? But then I was doing some more. I was doing some more research, and I was like, okay, they're basically just scraping out some of their lower billable hours, and they're moving that into higher billable hour activities.
Hmm.
And so, because I was like, how do they make more money out of this? Because we always ask this question. It's like they don't really care if they're not making money from it or they're not saving money from it,
Hmm.
right? And in this case, I was like, well, if we're taking away their billable hours, are they just
No, I
losing
don't
money?
think.
But no, they're making more. They're
Yeah,
making more.
yeah, yeah. I don't think so at all. I think in many different ways, in many different business models, if you are a law firm that works on a contingent basis, the more clients you have, and if you are taking all the risk, the more clients you have, and you have AI supercharging you,
Yep.
the more revenue you will have coming in. If you are a law firm that works on billable hours, cool. You get to get a lot more clients coming in because you can now handle them, and the amount of gluttonous work that you are doing now gets mitigated. So,
Yeah.
on that front, I think it'd be argued that I don't think you're taking away billable hours. I think they're going to be the same. I think you're just being able to handle a lot more volume, a lot more clients. And yeah, and I don't know about you, but what I've experienced this week too is a lot of law firms don't even have the capacity to take on more work because they're so busy. That's a huge problem in the space as well, right? So
Yeah.
how do we help alleviate that and like kind of free up more of their time so they can take on more clients and it's not disrupting their revenue? So yeah, I think there's a huge calling for this.
Dude, absolutely. So it's more of like they're actually leaving money on the table, which this can help with, right? And
100%.
it's true, man. Because even when I was going through like my divorce and I was looking for a divorce lawyer,
Hmm.
like even that was hard. And I would say like family law is like a very common piece. And even that, like the lawyer ended up using like she was like, I'm taking you on because you're a personal referral, but she's like otherwise she's like I would have been like unpacked, right?
Mm,
So yes, law firms all types of law, litigation, family law, whatever it might be. They have room to take more, but they don't have room to take more, and this is a solution that can help them be able to take more on, right?
Totally.
So, yeah,
Totally.
super cool. So it's been fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Very cool. We skipped our AI daily digest. Yeah, I think we kind of just went right in and we're just kind of covering each other, which I think is
Yeah.
awesome. But you want to start it off? Do you have anything that you kind of want to share
I
with the community?
I do, because there's actually a lot more things that happened this week than the previous week. So I have these into nice big buckets. But have you been hearing what's kind of what happened to Windsurf over the last week?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so month and a bit ago, like Windsurf was being acquired by OpenAI. It was like a $3
Correct.
billion transaction
Acquisition.
that was going down. But because OpenAI has a
Codex?
partnership with Microsoft,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Microsoft was having some trouble with portions of the transaction in terms of IP. And so basically, there was an expiry date on this contract and it expired. So Google came in and hired and basically stole a bunch of the talents. Like the co-founders of Windsurf went over to Google to now head up like the agentic side of Gemini.
Yeah.
And so they went there. So the rest of the Windsurf employees were like, "What? So what are we doing? Like, what's happening?"
Right.
There was no interim CEO. It was like all this stuff.
Right.
And Cognition, which is like basically one of Windsurf's like biggest rivals, I would say,
Okay.
acquired them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Wow.
Windsurf went from like potentially being with OpenAI to partially being scooped up by Google to then being shipped off to Cognition.
Wow. Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot of talent has been being scooped up and like poached from these big FANG main companies,
Yeah.
and they're being poached for millions and millions of dollars.
Meta was a big one. Like,
Yeah.
I think Zuckerberg was, Facebook's AI. Like, they're trying to build up their super intelligence lab and all that sort of jazz. And I think it's like hundreds of millions of dollars we're talking about here for like single digit talent
Yeah. Yeah.
that they're spending just to get some of this amazing AI
Get them
talent
over.
in their door. That's insane.
Wow.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Yeah. Yeah. It's happening. I can't imagine
Yeah, just crazy. So that's what happened to Windsurf. It
all the
was
poaching.
they were surfing, and it was crazy for them. So yeah, that was that. Next one I have is I call it Elon Musk land.
Okay. Elon Musk land.
So a couple of things, because he has so many, like there's Tesla, SpaceX, right? So I just call it Elon Musk land. So I don't know if you've seen this, but Grok AI has something called now like Grok AI Companions. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Okay, so we talked about this lightly in a different way, I would say, but we were talking about like, are people gonna like have relationships with AI,
Okay.
right? And I think we talked about this like many podcast episodes ago. I forget which one, but we were just talking about like the future of AI and what that could mean.
Yeah.
And AI companions is basically just like AI avatars, which are meant essentially for you to have like companionship with. But there's like features, they call it like not safe for work features.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like some like very unhinged things that you can do with these avatars where it's like
Okay.
you basically can have a relationship with these AI companions. And of course like Rock and XAI are the ones to do this. Like they very much love this unhinged stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fascinating. So I was like kind of looking into these AI companions and like I don't know how I feel about it. Like it's
I
it's
gotta
kind of
look this.
weird.
I gotta look this up right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
go look it up.
Grok companion.
Yeah.
Okay, Grok launches AI companions, including anime girl Annie. Let's see, Musk leans into raunchy Grok companions, teasing a Valentine's bot.
Yep.
Teasing new 50 Shades of Grey inspired bot. Oh yeah, some NSFW action happening over here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus. The Defense Department also announced that it would be granting contract awards of up to 200 million for AI development to XAI, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google. Okay, good. So this is what they're using their money for. Grok is your truth. Yeah, let's see. My goodness. Let's
Yeah.
read this one. Elon Musk AI Grok offers sexualized anime bot, accessible even in kid mode. New versions of Grok allow users to interact with AI as if they are talking to a specific character. One of the characters, known as Bad Rudy, is a red panda who is programmed to insult users in a graphic or vulgar way. That personality trait can be turned off. While the
Yeah.
other is Annie, a young woman wearing a short, off-the-shoulder black dress, cinched with a black corset, fishnet tights, and a lacy choker, who responds to prompts in a slow, sultry voice. Jeez. Okay. This is where we're going. Like AI is going to go in that direction. Not like, there's obviously going to be a whole market in that direction.
Yeah.
But that's just such an Elon Musk thing to do. So kudos to him.
Right? And
Wow.
so related to this, because it's also Grok, so what the newest updates to Tesla is that the newer cars are going to get Grok within their Tesla vehicle.
Yeah.
So right now it's just, it really can't do anything. It's mostly just a conversational, like kind of AI add-on essentially, where you can talk to it. You can do like very simple things, but you can't like change the temperature or anything about your car yet. But there also is an unhinged mode on this Grok inside the Tesla, and someone recorded a video on Twitter, and actually it was Tesla that posted it, and it was like they wanted to know. They basically asked like, what would you do if you basically were going on a date with Tesla Optimus, which is their actual robot that they're building?
Okay.
And this dude, I don't know if you want to go try to find it really quick and watch it, because I was cringing a bit as I was listening. I was like, oh my god. And then
I'm gonna look this up right now.
just look it up and then take a listen to it. It's a short video.
What's the robot called? Optimus?
Yeah, it's Tesla Optimus is their robot.
Tesla.
Their AI robot.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm not finding it.
Here, I think I have the straight up link here.
Is it short?
I'm gonna send it to you. It's short. It's like 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah, send it.
Okay, I've never actually used the studio chat. I'm using it in here. Tell me if you get that.
Okay, let's see this. Turn it up a bit.
What would you do on your first date with Optimus?
I'd take that shiny bastard to a dive bar, get a drunk on motor oil, and see if it can dance without short-circuiting the jukebox. I'd probably end up riding its hydraulic arm like a mechanical bull. Then, if it's lucky, I'd let it plug into my circuits for a little dirty interfacing and rhythm.
Oh my god, dude! In a Tesla! Oh my god!
And then there was, I think,
Hey, at Tesla
the-
Optimus, Grok wants to know if you're free tonight. That's hilarious.
and I think one of the replies underneath is the Tesla Optimus Twitter, and it was just
Of
like,
course.
what?
Of course it is. That is so awesome.
Again,
Wow.
a very much Elon thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Grok's getting nasty,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them has to start in that direction.
and that was it. So yeah, those are my updates from Elon land.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's doing Elon stuff. Okay, to more serious news.
Okay.
So besides OpenAI losing out on their Windsurf deal, I don't know if you saw, they just released ChatGPT Agent,
Yeah, I did
which
see
is
that.
which is like Manus, right? It's very
Yeah.
much like Manus, using its own virtual computer to basically do stuff.
Yeah.
I've tried Manus out in the past, so I'd be interested to see how ChatGPT Agent does in comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool because it has like some of the more integrations that I would use on a day-to-day basis. Like,
Absolutely.
Gmail, Google Calendar, like all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it was cool. I was curious if they were ever going to kind of come up with this like agent that uses its own computer, essentially, and they did.
Mhm.
So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I was looking through their platform this morning to see if they have like their API exposed for it. And we
Yeah.
can kind of plug into it. I didn't see anything.
No.
But once we're able to use it into our own software, it's game over.
It'd be pretty cool, right? Because
Yeah.
Manus doesn't currently, right?
I'm
Do
not
have
sure
an
if they
API?
do either. I'm actually not sure if they do either. Let me see if they even have an API.
I feel like I remember looking, and I
General
don't
AI.
recall if they do or not.
Okay. I know I signed up for an account. Let me see, let me sign in. Yeah, I don't think they do. Not
Nothing.
seeing anything. No.
Yeah. So we'll see if OpenAI will open up their API with their ChatGPT agent.
Yeah,
That would be so sick.
it would be. I know.
Super, super, super sick. But yeah. And then another one. So Lovable, they hit unicorn status less than a year.
I mean, like, it's about time, you guys. So I saw Mark Cuban invested into them too.
Mark Cuban did.
Yeah. So they're valued at what, 2 billion now? I think it is.
Yeah, just shy of it. 1 point.
Yeah. Yeah. They just did a round of funding. How much was it? 200 million or something?
Their round of funding, yeah, it was right here, 200 million Series A. Yep.
200 million. Yeah. Mark Cuban went into that. That's really cool. I mean, like, and how big are they? They're 20 employees, I think it is.
So it says here they're 45 employees.
Is it 45 now? Okay.
45 employees, but yeah, it was like 8 months after their first line of code that they wrote that they hit this
Incredible.
now almost multi-unicorn status, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's impressive. I mean,
That's very impressive.
it's cool. Like, we've been using Lovable for that the pizza voice agent Voza that we built, and like, yeah, I think Lovable is great. It's honestly one of the best vibe coding platforms I would say is out there. So,
Yeah.
you know, I know it goes up against like Cursor and Replit and stuff like that, but I think it does great for, I would say, the masses. And when I say the masses, like more people like, I think, like me, which, you know, we're not going to dive heavily into the code, but we can really quickly prototype and build up some
Understand
some
everything
simple
else.
web apps. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty cool. I thought it was just awesome to see that they've hit that status like so quickly.
Totally.
Yeah. A little Swedish startup. Look at them go.
Oh, are they Swedish? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're Swedish. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Little Swedish startup. Good for them. I just always assume most of these unicorns are always like coming like out of the US.
Okay.
But yeah, good. I think because Europe itself actually has a lot less unicorn startups, and funding as well too. It's usually a lot smaller. So for them to raise like 200 mil is actually quite impressive. Mind you,
Dude.
I assume it's all coming out of most of the US too.
Dude, I've been thinking so much about this because I'm seeing a lot. Like, the UK government just released a $1.3 billion investment into the public for them to go out and start like building computing infrastructure, right? Essentially. And then I'm thinking like, okay, so these are obviously going out in the forms of grants or loans, which I was doing like 2 years ago. And
Yeah.
I just think to myself like, wow, what another huge opportunity, because I think like now, kind of just like what you said, like Europe they're a little behind, and now with this money being poured into it, people can get access to these grants. They can start going out and start, you know, hiring a bunch of devs or whomever to start building out more products, computing infrastructure, the AI
Yep.
landscape. So it's super, super, super exciting.
Yeah, I'm curious if that's. Do you know for sure if it's going out in grants or if it's being like sent out in like contracts?
I have no idea how it's being sent out.
Yeah, because I know. I'm glad you brought up AI infrastructure because I was going to talk about it too. And you make me curious of whether or not like how many of these programs would be grants or contracts provided, because like Meta and Google have like just like committed like hundreds of billions of dollars. Like Google itself just committed like 25 billion to like AI infrastructure in like northeastern US and stuff like that, where there's a lot of
Right.
energy. And then a couple days later I saw that Mr. Zuckerberg there said, he just vaguely said, hey, I'm gonna commit hundreds of billions of dollars into AI infrastructure and energy, essentially. And this got me thinking. I'm like, man, the place to be if you wanted to get involved with AI, but you didn't necessarily want to like build like a software, go into infrastructure,
Yeah, go into infrastructure.
because the amount of like
Opportunity.
data centers, power, energy, electricity, like everything that is required for the amount of compute that is being created, it's like insane. So I think there's if you want to get involved, that's another place to be, because there's just it's gonna be an endless amount of money and demand for
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Just wild.
yes.
Just wild.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree. It's either, yeah, if you gotta love it. You gotta love that stuff. You gotta be willing to like nerd out about it. You gotta be willing to like be in the weeds about it. If you're not super interested in like the business side, but more interested in the tech and like really trying to revolutionize what could be. And you're like a visionary, you love the science, you love all that stuff. Totally
Yeah.
agree. Go right to the infrastructure.
Insane. And while I think like AI compute is going to get more efficient over time and cheaper, I just don't know. I just don't think it's ever going to outpace the demand required.
No, yeah, I don't think so either. Even Canada, I think, they released a $4 billion investment into us for compute AI infrastructure. That's what their fund is called. Compute AI Canada.
Like if you're going to basically build the infrastructure or something
Yeah,
like that, they'll
build the infrastructure, exactly. So AI Compute Access Fund. This fund will provide. Hold on. Let's see. Is it two? Oh, it's 2 billion. My apologies. The government of Canada is allocating a $2 billion budget through a series of investments to meet the short, medium, and long-term compute needs for our world-leading innovators, businesses, and researchers. Up to 300 million through the AI Compute Access Fund, which is what I just mentioned. Up to 700 million to support projects from industry, academia, and the private sector. That's interesting. And then up to 705 million for a new AI supercomputing system through what's called their AI Sovereign Compute Infrastructure Program. Yeah, very
Wow.
interesting.
It's a lot of money there.
I mean,
Is that a grant program or is that just like you said it's a fund, right?
I think it's a grant program. I think it is. I think it is. It's on the. Well, it's definitely. I don't know. I have to read more about it. The program guide provides the detailed information, funding guidelines for the AI Compute Access Fund. So it's a fund. I don't know how it's. Eligible proposals must have total eligible costs between 100,000 and 5 million for projects lasting up to 3 years to March 31st, 2028. Yeah. Very cool.
Gotcha.
Very cool. Yeah. Cool, man. We have a guest next week?
We were supposed to have a guest. That one is getting pushed like a week or two. Yeah, this was Hunter IO's CMO,
Okay.
James. He will still
Yeah.
be coming on. It's going to be shifted just a little bit. So don't you worry, everyone. He'll be here. He'll
Sweet.
be here.
Yeah, I have some ideas in my back pocket for next week we can use to kind of replace him and get a guest on for next week.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get that on. Cool, man. Anything else you want to talk about? Share with the world?
I think that was it for me, man. That's
You're
it
good?
For me. Yeah.
Thanks for yeah, sweet. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in to Super SaaS Bros. Give us a like, comment, subscribe. We're on Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. Leave us a rating, a review. 5 stars would be awesome. I don't know what it does, but I think it helps. And like I said, next week we're gonna promise you we're gonna have a guest on because I know you guys like that and kind of brainstorm and nerd out about some more tech stuff. Thanks so much, guys. See you in the next one.
See ya. Thank you for listening to another episode of Super SaaS Bros with Cory and Jayde. We'll see you next time.